unstable it says the connection is, and I feel that. Store. I'm just waiting for someone to join because I don't know if he can even hear me or not. Although I could just let me just check on my phone. This isn't the video I'm putting on, by the way. This is just what comes on when you type in YouTube. Don't know why. Looks like it's all good. Looks like it's all good. Sorry about that, everyone. Doubled up. That sounds horrible. Sorry, dudes. There you go. Right. At least we know it works. I'm just gonna do some more self promo while some more. I've not even done any yet. Well, this is I've started it in January, I think. Where I just post like video essays about stuff that I'm interested in Russian wise. Well, I'll just go through them and then there's some examples. So this one was more of an impromptu one where I had to promote a book that I've just put out, which is not all that already. It's not by me necessarily. Well, it's not at all. I wrote the intro and the afterword, and I compiled everything, like the English and Russian translations, not with Google Translate. I literally put them all together across many ancient websites because the poet died in 2001, so the websites are very old, as you can imagine. So yeah, that is the purpose of this video. So that's not my usual setup. So this one was the usual kind of content that I make, which was, I really like the video. I'm proud of it, but I think after because you see there's like a general amount of views that I get, which I was happy with. I decided right at the beginning that as long as videos hit 100, I feel like I've succeeded. Well, I've just started especially. So there is 1, 2, 3 that haven't. That one I'm not that bothered about not hitting because it was like more of that right at the beginning sort of a test. It's a good video and I do want people to watch it, but that was not. It was just for me really, that one, because I love Ice Peak and I really loved the album Coming Home, so I really wanted to make a video about it. This one I'm annoyed hasn't got to 100 yet because it was a really I watched one of the most traumatizing films of my life. I don't regret it. It's worth watching the film, but yeah, the video was hard to make because it was so depressing. But it'll get there in the end. This one is the best one I've had done, which I was very, very happy that one did well because it was so temperamental when I was making it in terms of the actual, like converting it. So every time I'd convert it, something would go wrong. Let me think of an example. Like, so a part of it would freeze. So I'd convert it, and then the middle section would be a black screen, but you could still hear the audio, or vice versa. And then I'd have to screen record and then edit that over it, and it was just so fucking annoying. So I am very, very glad that once I finally got it done, it did so well. I think it got like nearly 2,000 in its first week, which. So obviously it has slowed down, but that felt like the biggest accomplishment that I'm not bothered that it stopped. This one, it was less of an effort, but I made more of a political statement in it that I want people to hear, because I had posted a short, I deleted it in the end because Americans annoy me, but it was about, the way that even Donald Trump said it recently, the arsehole, that without America we'd be speaking. Actually, you know what, I'll just let you watch it. Turn it on. I'll skip to the point I made.
A while ago, I posted a YouTube short.
Don't even know if you can hear it. I hope you can.
I was in high school, our Lord Kitchen, a cosplaying history teacher, skipped the part of the Second World War that involved the Red Army coming to our aid. Since leaving and going on to research and write about both wars for myself,
it's not again. That was the computer, not the video. I'll go back.
Since leaving and going on to research and write about both wars for myself, I discovered so much that I had missed, and I wondered why that was.
I'm not gonna show the whole video, just the bit that I put. Wait.
They were on the side of the Nazis, but to be honest, that wasn't exactly untrue of Britain either.
Bearing in mind, in that picture, in case anyone that watches it doesn't know, so that was our king, and I assume his wife. I don't know much about King Edward except that he abdicated. This is, I think, him and Chamberlain. These two are him with Chamberlain, who was our Prime Minister. So bear that in mind. That was the point I wanted to make in the video, is that you can say that he was on the side, that the Nazis were on the side of... No, the Soviets were on the side of the Nazis to begin with, and that's why you don't like them. And the Soviets did a lot of horrible things. Again, I talk about every single little point in the video. There is no, like... I don't say opinions, I just show facts. I'm not going to be like... I say, everyone knows how I feel about Russia, I love it, and it's important to me, but I'm not going to pretend that bad things didn't happen. But the point is, the argument that Americans give for why they don't think that the Soviets deserve respect is because they're on the side of the Nazis. But here is our king and our Prime Minister with Hitler. They loved him.
Even President Hoover met up with
And then there's the President of the United States, also with Adolf Hitler.
Hitler, believed he was less of a threat than Roosevelt. Americans who were the only ones in my comments objecting, even though what I said was historically accurate. They are also the ones who have no sensitivity to the years of fighting and dying that occurred for years before they got off their arses and joined.
Exactly. So that's another point I wanted to make, was that that's me, yeah. Yeah, right, Josh. Is that Sid, yeah? Is that Josh, yeah? And the other point that I made with this was that Americans say that all the time after ignoring us for the first 3-4 years of the war while everyone died, and they don't like to say, all those people that died beforehand, they were heroes, let's go help them. They say, without us you'd have all died. So I don't like them, they annoy me. But yeah, they were all saying that in the short that I made, saying that it was bullshit and that Red Army don't deserve any credit and they deserve all the credit, and I didn't like that, so I wanted to make a video about it. So yeah, there was for example, did you know, here's another war fact that nobody asked for. If there's like weird background sounds, by the way, it's because the window's right in front of me and it's open. Thank you, Josh. I am quite happy with this video. As I said, it didn't do as good as the other ones, but I also wasn't expecting it to, because nobody wants to give the Soviet Union credit. But my point was more that I just put facts that look at this little gimp that people could... I just called him... Wait. The point was, for my video, is that it's all facts. I wasn't giving my opinion, and nobody cares about historical facts. They just want to argue that they're better than everyone else. So, I've thought America, that's how I feel. But yeah. And also, that was what I was going to say, historical facts that not everyone remembers. That it was, in fact, the Red Army that found Auschwitz, not America. I did put a controversial meme. But I sounded like about 50 years old. I did put a controversial meme in the middle of the video, but it's accurate. Exactly. That's what I said at the beginning of the video. Nobody knows that. We weren't taught that. It's, hey, there's my future wife. Yeah, nobody knows that. But yeah, this is the controversial meme I put in the middle of the video. Meme. It's not about 300. We do love a controversial meme. It's also an accurate... We love a controversial meme and a historically accurate meme. Oh yeah, I know, I turned it down because it went a bit... yeah, so yeah, they were the liberators, the Red Army, not the United States of America. Hold on. I would say I missed your face too, Jade, but I can't see your face, but I do love your face. Yeah, America loves to take credit for absolutely everything. And not only that, but the fact that they were all kicking off in the comments about it, and I know full well that the people in the comments were not there. They were not in World War Two, so I don't know why they were getting so upset about it. I was born with Riz. I was gonna make a comment about me and Jade having a shared ex called Riz. I do love Riz. Riz is great. I just meant because I saw Jade and Riz in the same chat thing. But yeah, as America, yeah, they love to take credit for everything, and obviously they did help. I'm not saying they didn't, because they obviously did, but they don't say that. They don't go, oh yeah, I'm glad we helped. I'm glad we got involved at the right time. Thanks to I bet it was Jade that just subscribed, and if it was, love you. I know for a fact that they helped, and we'd have been a mess without them. But they don't say that about us. I haven't changed mic. No, I don't know what happened. I did a test stream yesterday. I didn't do a test stream. I did like do you know on OBS where you can press record? So I just recorded it instead, just to see what it sounded like. It sounded really good, so I don't know what happened or what changed. But yeah, so I don't know. My favourite video that I've done is, I don't know actually. I think this one. I about this one, and that's probably because my voice is not in it. But the subject is my favourite Tascar. I love. It sounds stupid to say I love the subject of the word, but I do. I think it is just interesting, but also obviously the poetic side of it. But it's just very, very human, and I like that. Wasn't even going to come on here and watch my stuff. I was going to put on. I think my intention was to start because I've got. Oh no, I'll put this one on. You want me so bad? Jokes. No, you do. Not jokes. I'm going to be smooth. I'm not even going to be self-conscious. But it's nice to, because it's, cause I've got headphones on, I can just hear my own voice, and I'm sure you can change that, but while it sounds good, I don't want to. So it's nice that somebody's enjoying listening to me talk, so it makes me feel less self-conscious. Let me turn this down. Alright, so this one was I wasn't intending to make a video about it, but I thought I need to promo it, and it's working. People are buying it in countries that have never bought anything I've made before, like Japan and Italy, so that's cool. But yeah, I made this. I don't know if you can get the quality, because the quality never looks this shit until you upload it, and it really annoys me. There we go. Well, I know what was really funny about Italy. I have never sold anything in Italy, and then when half of our family was in Italy this week, someone in Italy sent me a picture of them with the Boris book that I made, and I thought that's so cool. It just seemed weird that was the week that they chose to buy it. But yeah, I made this because I love Boris Rigi more than anything. I think he's one of the best poets of all time. He died in 2001. I know I'm making moves. Hopefully the copyright is fine. I think I did it all properly. I've not took credit for anything. I wrote and I put the copyright stuff on it. I do not love Boris Johnson. It makes me feel really sick. I don't even understand how he has as many. How is it, that I've spent so much of my life single and Boris Johnson's got 900 kids? Answer me that now. Because I'm not saying I'm attractive, but Boris Johnson certainly is not. Anyway, I think that's why, Jade. I do. I was gonna say that, but I thought if she's not still in the stream and it's just Josh, that's embarrassing. But yeah, it's because I'm staying pure for Jade. By the way, I'm gonna screenshot that later, Josh, that you just said that about Boris Johnson. He's a sexy bastard. No one's ever said that about Boris Johnson except from you. I'm going to hold that over you for the rest of your life. I keep looking that way, by the way, because I know Josh has seen it when he came around, but I've got two screens now, which is good, but the camera's on this one, and the stream manager's on that one. But yeah, as for Boris Rigi, not Boris Johnson, I made a video about him, so if anybody, when I re-upload this, watches it, and then wants to know who the hell I'm even going on about, I have made a mini documentary about him, explaining. See, she's so smooth. I don't even know how to respond to things like that. And over message, I can think about my responses and act like a poet, but in person, I'm just caught off guard. And I say in person, I'm like on camera, Why you just throw compliments at me, and I'm nervous and I don't know what to say. But as for Boris, yeah, so there's a little... I made a documentary about him, like... The videos, it depends, cause... If it's something I'm really genuinely passionate about, it doesn't take as long. You can comment all you want. I'm just letting you know that's where I get awkward. In a good way, it's good awkward, I like the compliments. But yeah, as for the videos, it depends. If it's something that I'm genuinely passionate about, in terms of like already knowing a lot about it, and there's loads of information that I want to get into it, it can take like a week to make. That's just because it's so temperamental. Because I use CapCut, which is not great for long form content. Like with overlays and stuff, it gets glitchy after a while, so I am scared of women. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not. I love women. Women are great. Jade loves women as well. She loves men, she loves women, she loves whatever I am. She loves that. Dope, she told me I was the perfect man before, so I'm saying that's what I am. I'm the perfect man. But yeah, as for the videos, yeah, it can take up to a week. I'm making one. I've just started making the next video for this channel, but I'm just finishing. Yeah, we will. Don't worry, Josh. Thanks for that. We're gonna kiss, and we'll do it on stream. I forgot now. See. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the one I'm making one for my punk channel about Nancy. But then I'm making another video that is sort of a part 2 for this one. I mean, it's not, but it's related to that one. Yeah, this one was just like a promotional thing for the book. I'll let that run. So the first half is from the documentary, but not the one I made. Though there's one by Alonia. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Aliona van der Horst that she made about Boris in 2008, and there are people in it, Russians. It's like obviously they're all Russian, reading his poetry like over the narration, and then I just read it in English as well. I like this video though. I think I did a good job. Obviously, the only part of it that I didn't make, I didn't write the poetry, and I didn't narrate the first half, but I made everything else. King. He's on top of it. Best mod ever. King.
Ласково дружили, из последних сил меня изрядно били, и я умело бил. Но было по 12 и по 13.
And I literally turned around and saw that I saw it pop up like live, as in like I saw when it came in, and then it was immediately gone. I didn't even get a chance to read it. I think it was just spam. Because I saw something about, I saw the word viewers. Either way, that was very impressive. You're going to have to get paid for your modding skills. Very jarring. Also, I appreciate that. Yeah, but it is very jarring. I know I'm just showing an entirely English audience, aka 2 people. I don't even know how many viewers there are. I'm assuming it's 2. Russian, but I do translate it in a second, so you'll hear what it's about if you've not already watched the video. So annoying. Drug. There's a translation for it. Drug means friend. See, get the boys that compliment you, even when you make stuff that's not in a language they understand. Yeah, I think that's because when I first was like obsessing over Russian, I think it started with Russian music, and then the poetry, because a lot of the Russian bands that I like take poetry. That's the best compliment anyone could ever give, by the way. That it's that I had to pin that because I love it. One sec, yeah. That's what I hope it comes across. I think that's the kind of stuff that's always good, is if it's obvious that you like it. No, 100%. I just love it. I think if I didn't do it, I would be extremely depressed, because when I'm not doing it, it's all I'm thinking about. And I thought, why have I not been doing it this whole time? Because it's not like a new obsession. It's 2020, I think, was when it started. So I could have been doing this the whole time and been like significantly happier, because when I get 100 views, that feels like a successful video. But it's not like, it doesn't put me off if I don't get good views. I'm just like, I can't wait to make the next one. That's how I feel every time. But yeah, the atmosphere is, it was 2020, so I think that was when Molchat Damar was like trending on TikTok. So I did join the hype there with Molchat Damar and Ice Peak, and then from there I just stayed obsessed with like everything about it, and I love it. And I like the atmosphere was what, well, it would have to be the atmosphere, because unless you're willing to, yeah, I hope so. And that's like, because that's what I love. I mean, I was talking to my mum about this. With people like Papa Meat, who's obviously, I'm wearing his merch. I haven't been wearing this since I got it, by the way. Although, that is very me. I just love it so much. But no, it's, I only put it on yesterday. And last night, when I had a shower, and then I went to sleep like 3 hours later, so. Not in the shirt. I am clean for this stream only. Anyway, that's why I like Papa Meat, because it doesn't feel bad with some YouTubers. You're like, I'm not giving him my $5 for Patreon, or I'm not getting it arm and crying out the door, and I'm not giving him money for merch or whatever, but he only puts it back into his art. I mean, if you watch his recent videos, he's creating like a studio for his art that he uses also as a set for his videos, because he's an artist. He draws and stuff and creates short films. So that kind of stuff, it feels good putting your money into, and I like that. I only want to make stuff now that I genuinely feel passionate about, and that's what I've been doing. Also, I feel alright. I still feel, do you know when you start getting ill and the palms of your hands get shooting pains every time you touch something, and my head feels really heavy. I just feel, I mean, yeah, I don't feel great, but I don't feel as bad as I did last night. I felt really ill last night, but today it's just, I feel a bit like a zombie, but not. Like I can sort of function, like I can be downstairs, I don't have to stay in bed. Let's go. Hopefully if, that was not just me doing that, by the way, I was reading the chat. That's embarrassing. But yeah. I mean, tomorrow, whatever time I wake up, depending on what time I go to sleep, because I am right at the end of finishing the video, and then I'll message your dad. Because if there's like an impromptu, like a minute tomorrow, where I feel alright, I will message him, and if he's like, yeah, we'll do the song, then it should be alright. Am I balding? I've just looked on the screen and saw the side. I hope not. I say that like I don't shave my head every few days. But yeah, so as for this poetry, it started with Russian music, and then the poetry. And yeah, the atmosphere is what gets you obsessed with it. But it would have to be if you don't speak the language, because obviously I didn't in 2020. I'm not fluent now. I can't speak it fluently, but I can read it very well. I know I keep thinking that, but then my dad shows me his hairline, and he's definitely not balding, and we've got exactly the same hairline, so I think that's all it is. So see, I don't know, Jade, I don't know if you're still listening, but you see, you the women have got nothing to worry about. We just have to sit and worry about our hairlines now. I've been learning Russian for 5 years, so my reading is very comprehensive now. I can read very well, because Duolingo is how I started, but now I just use that to practice because it's not very good to like. Yeah, it's not great. I think if you want to learn a language like Russian, you should start with the alphabet. Like learn the alphabet first, because once I knew the alphabet, I could read and pronounce things, and then you go from there. Because if you go straight into a language that has a completely different alphabet than your language, which this probably sounds obvious, but I just didn't think it at the time, then going in just trying to learn phrases and words, yeah, you can say them and you listen to them say them, but you don't necessarily know what it is you're saying. Because it's like I'm just making noises and I can't recognise the letters that I am saying. So I thought, right, I'll get off Duolingo, I'll go learn the alphabet. I learnt the alphabet, and then once I'd done that, now my reading's, that was like 5 years ago, and now my reading's really good. I can pronounce things. I don't necessarily always know what it says. I don't know what it translates to in English, but I can say it. So, but yeah, that got with music and poetry is how I've got better at reading it. Because whenever I love a song, especially a song that I've listened to enough that I am sort of saying, like singing along to, but what I don't know what they call it when it's like you sounding it out. Is it phonetically? So when I'm listening to a song like that I really like and I'm singing along phonetically, I already know how to say it at that point because I've learnt it through the music. So I will go write it down in Russian, actually write it down with a pen, and I'll write it down, and then I'll write it in English as well, and then that's how I get better. That's how I get better at pronouncing stuff. So if there is a language that you want to learn, I really do recommend doing it with music or art that you like. Obviously, it's difficult to just go and look for a song, but I feel like you have to really love the song, I suppose. I think once you find an artist you really like in that language, it's one thing, and then from there you'll get much better at it. That's my advice, even though you didn't ask for it. It's good advice though. It is. You've got to find the right. Sorry, my bad. You've got to find the right way of doing it, because I gave up the first time and then I started with little steps like learning the alphabet. Yeah, exactly. That really, really did help me, the music, because anyone, no matter what music you like, you will start singing along. Everyone does, because you'll how many people do that for, like Despacito, for example. I bet not, like the vast majority of those people did not go and learn Spanish afterwards. But if you find a song that you really like, it don't matter what language it is. If you listen to it enough times, you start singing along to it in your head, regardless if you care about the language or not. So I think if you really do care about a language, then it is a good starting point. And then poetry is a newer. I've always read Russian poetry, but in English, and I know that obviously why wouldn't I? But I think what has helped though, I know it's. Yeah, that's a good. I like that song. I don't care what anyone says. But to be fair, the reason I like that song, there is a very specific culture around Russian popular music that's very dark, and I don't know how to explain it, but it has an atmosphere, and that song has the atmosphere of the Russian music scene, popular music scene. I should be because I feel like there's a very big difference between the Russian popular music scene and like the underground sort of post-punk scene, which feels a lot more positive and hopeful. Even though the music sounds really depressing, the music's the lyrics, but it's not even just like the actual scene itself is very human, and everyone loves each other and they care about the music and they care about each other. Then you go to Moscow, which is where the celebrities are. It's like the music sounds really one way. So whenever I hear songs like the spinning like a screw song, it feels so dark because I know what the scene's like. But then if you listen to Motor Mama, the music and the lyrics are dark. The actual scene's so good and so nice, and everyone cares about each other. So it is just Moscow's just really Moscow now is like what it reminds me of is it's very Hunger Games, not politically, well, I don't know, but the actual celebrity culture of it is very Hunger Games in the way that they act and dress. Like they're stuck in the 2000s. It looks like 2000s England in the way that they dress and behave, but they're very odd. Like the way that they just, there's something really uncanny about it. Like it does feel like Effie Trinket vibes in the Hunger Games. They're a weird group of people. I think it's interesting, but it's at the same time it's a bit sad. But they're all very rich, so I'm sure they're fine. But yeah, poetry. If you want to learn, that's another thing. If there's a language you want to learn, find a poet but listen to it, because especially I know Josh and Jade, you both love music. Which I know that sounds stupid, but something that I have learned is that not everyone does. I think that's ridiculous, because how do they live? But yeah, it is. It's literally exactly the same. It's like when you watch something about the noughties in England. That's what Russia's like now in Moscow. The celebrities are very odd. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. There's something about it. It is like a time machine. They've picked an era that was successful for them, that was colourful and ridiculous and over the top, and they've just stayed there. But yeah, poetry. If you find a language that you want to learn, the music and the poetry do go hand in hand, because if you listen to narrations of the poetry and get used to the rhythm of it and how the person reads it, then you'll learn it quite easily.
Slapped ex-convicts. They took them in our factory while I was busy picking dusty fabrics with my friends.
That video got banned off TikTok, by the way. And by the way, Twitch, it means cigarette. Even in Russia, it translates to cigarette. I know they banned the video, and then I said, can you unban that please? I know, exactly. That's what TikTok literally thought I was dropping slurs, and I was like, but you clearly haven't watched the video, because if it was, then you would know that that is not what I meant, and then they still wouldn't let me have it back.
With a final effort, they beat me into pulp, and I could do it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't put my slurs on the internet. I keep them private. I didn't just go back and it's glitching.
All 13 years of age. We swore to stick together and never fear our fate. But fate spared few of us, did not go by our doors. Today our murdered neighbour was carried down the stairs. I looked at all the faces full of fear, and that I'm not the murderer is pure coincidence, my friend.
And I'll explain why I like that poem. And I know you're both from a council estate like I, so I'll explain why I love it. Because the thing of Boris is that perestroika in the 90s, which is so interesting, is how Russia collapsed when the Soviet Union did, and how everyone was suddenly killing each other, and because capitalism's evil. So the flats and stuff like the Khrushchevkas, which is that's obviously it's called the flats, so I don't need to explain what that is. Perestroika was really bad because it was just like gang wars and stuff, and everyone was killing each other, and because everyone was suddenly poor, but also other people that knew how to make money were becoming rich, so everyone was sort of fighting each other. And Boris lived in obviously those flats, and that reference of the fact that I'm not the murderer is just a coincidence. I like that because it is just in that circumstance. It's not as it's not like serial killer with that kind of murderer. It's someone had a fight and someone's an alcoholic and they've had a fight and killed someone by accident, that kind of thing. And I like that. I think it was just a very powerful line. The fact that I'm not the murderer is just a coincidence, because it is such a normal situation. As well, normal being like human. It's not. I'm gonna put some like really quiet music on in the background because it's. I mean, I don't usually put in the background, but I have saved some for that kind of not that. That's not music. That's I love my Is it this one? Yeah. Let me know how that sounds with the music. Let's sit down a little bit because it's a bit loud for me. And I can't hear myself speak. Oh, is it? It's not. I thought it was going to be. But, let me know while I'm talking the ratio of that. What was I saying? I've already forgot what I was saying anyway. Obviously, the sort of poverty of it all, the Boris... It's like to say a sentence like that is so human, it's such a human situation, it's not like true crime, glamorised the way people do because people are freaks. It's just human, because council estates are exactly the same as the sort of tower blocks of Russia, of Russia. World War II edit, I'm looking at that playlist at the side, I'm going to make that full screen because it's so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, I don't really care. One minute, right. I'm going to do that actively, so your mic's a bit louder than music, but if you turn the mic music up on OBS... I know I'm such a fucking nerd, it's so embarrassing, World War II edit. Operation Barbarossa as well, yikes. Operation Barbarossa is when the Nazis tried to take Moscow. So, your mic's a lot louder than the music, but if you turn the music up... Which one's the music though? Let me know while it's on the screen, you can tell me which one it is. So which one do I need to turn up and which one do I need to turn down? I'll move it over so at least there is something to look at other than just that. Yeah, I am, I think so. Yeah. Pull the audio mixer bar to the other side. What do you mean? What do you mean? The audio mixer bar. I'm fucking ancient, Josh. Oh, like there. Oh, okay, there you go. What is happening? Bloody hell. Thank you. Desktop audio up a little bit. Oh, okay. King. Let me know how that sounds. I'll get rid of that once I know that it's better. I won't be on for ages, by the way. I just wanted to make the effort. A bit more. Wait, there's two, so I'll turn both up just in case. I don't know why there's two, but there we go. Thought that was Michael Jackson on the screen then. Oh, brilliant. Sorted then, gang. Ignore the World War II edits. We don't talk about me. We don't talk about the way I am in my personal life. I just want to point out as well, I'm not watching... Oh, is it audio too? I'll keep that in mind because when I first started, I was messing with shit so much. I can't remember what was what, which one was which. So desktop audio too, because I always think that I'm like, well, I'm too nervous to mess with both of them. So I will keep that in mind for the future, so that I know which one to 100% do. I have phases. I don't even know if I should say this because it's so embarrassing. Well, not embarrassing, but where I have to. I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. I'll tell you later. It's not. I don't watch World War II edits, but I should clarify that the World War II edits, despite the fact that it is Operation Barbarossa, which is the Nazi, the Nazi plan to take Moscow, so Operation Barbarossa was a Nazi operation. It's not a pro-Nazi edit, and it also isn't because I do have a lot of World War II edits that are just because they give me goosebumps and I think they're cool, but that specific one was because Operation Barbarossa, I do talk about in depth in that video, that YouTube video that I showed at the beginning, about the Red Army. I do talk about that because the Battle of Moscow was sick. They were very powerful. The Red Army, not the Nazis. The Nazis were pathetic. Bro watches World War II edits to fall asleep is the most chilling thing anyone's ever said about me, because it's not that far from true and I'm just reeling thinking about it. Right, now I've moved the headphones up on my head, I don't look as bald as I did, so maybe that's the solution. Josh, send me a $5. Josh, I need a $5, send me a $5. Yeah, it's chill vibes. Cause I always mean to have like, don't send me £4 then. Bless you. I have £4. You gotta get Dr. Pepper with that, I'm sure. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I always mean to have like background music on. I knew it would be Dr. Pepper money. Especially with your mum gone, you've got to have Dr. Pepper allowance. But yeah, I always mean to have background music, the post-punk, because they do the compilations, so there's like a million post-punk radios where it's like full compilations of that kind of music, and it's just perfect for a stream. But I always forget. And also, like I've said, because I was so uncertain about the audio, that's so relatable. I have got my current obsession, unfortunately, is Monster Mango. That's not why I need a $5, but I need £1 £5 for a whole Monster. Yeah, that's not why I need it, but it is bad. I can't believe you've had that many Dr. Peppers though. Dr. Pepper's a weird one because sometimes it's the only drink I can think of, but then when you get it, it doesn't always taste as... From a can's different actually, you get the cans, don't you? From a can, it's good. The bottles sometimes don't taste right. But yeah, I have about 500 separate post-punk volume 1s, 2s, 3s, and they're all about an hour and a half long. And since I started streaming, even though I've had them for years, I'm always like, I'll put that on in the background, and then I never do. But yeah, my goal is to save up for a proper... I drink it out of wherever I can. I drink it out of wherever I can get the Dr. Pepper from. I can't lie, if it was out of a bucket, I'd drink it. That sentence made me realise I meant I did. Yeah, that's pretty controversial. It's not controversial, that's pretty worrying. Concerning was the word I was aiming for, but I said controversial. I don't know if I have any drinks that I feel like that about. I have drinks that I'm obsessed with. Cherry Coke, love Cherry Coke. Out of a can, no, I like it out of a bottle. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just talking about being addicted to substances. I am aiming to save up for like a Tower W Cherry Coke, the best. I miss vanilla Coke. The cherry vanilla one's shite, but I love vanilla. I loved vanilla Coke so much, and cherry Coke. I've got plenty of cherry Coke. My mum always gets me that. What? See that on my head there? These headphones. It's literally from these headphones. They're falling apart. Yeah, Cat, can you bring me vanilla Coke when you come round, please? Wrong side. What side am I? I'm so confused. Oh yeah, the camera's there, isn't it? It's off the headphones. I'm always like, why does my stomach hurt so much? I've got a lot of like stomach cramps. Yeah, I've got nits. Actually, there I end the stream. Yeah, it's because they've got these headphones are so old, but they're the only ones I've got that I've got like so many headphones, but they're Bluetooth. But yeah, I used to always have a big like litre bottle. I used to take one to college every day, and now I've got awful kidney problems, and I wonder why. And I'm saying that was from like yeah, yeah, that was why I need. It'll be cheap, yeah, because Dean got a second-hand one. Dean's my brother, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. My brother got a second-hand one, but it was still really expensive. But realistically, if I did save up, I could get it probably in a couple of months. And then I couldn't game properly because I've got so many games and like hundreds of Russian games. I get them every time a Russian game comes out, I'm on it. That's Discord. Let me go on Steam. I'll show you how many I've got. So, if you go on, and look, there's so many. I need to add these to the Russia playlist. Pumpkin Planet, there's so many. But yeah, I've added loads of new games recently, but I've not organised them all because I get it does look really cute. I think it was free as well, so if you want to play that, you should get it. But yeah, I have hundreds of Russian games at this point. Not necessarily all. I've not got them all. Obviously, like you see there, and they're not all necessarily Russian. They're just sort of that atmosphere. Like Babdy's not Russian, but it's the atmosphere of the brutalist. This game's so cozy, I love it. I've just got anything that says Russia in it, I'll get it. That's the weirdest game I've ever played in my life. I'll tell you my favourite spot. That one is so. I don't know how to explain that one, but you should get that. It's I think you'd enjoy that actually, Josh, because you're just wandering around a Russian village at night, and it's just really nice. And in the day, but the night you can choose. I think you can choose whether you eat day or night, but it's really nice. That's the first one I think I ever got. That's so that one. I like that one a lot, but because I've not got the tower. The hairy man in the I go back to the hairy man in the pink cap. That's what I mean. It's just I could never have anticipated. Bearing in mind those two characters there, the pink guy's in it from the beginning, but those two people are not in the game at all. It was only 44p, so I thought it's got Russia in it, I'll get it, and it's just completely insane. But yeah, so I've got. That's one of my favourites. I love that one. That's the original. I'm actually obsessed with the concept of Sammersbore. The context of that. Do you think I can explain it even though I've played it about 9 times? You just gotta kill people. It's like this weird pink man turns up in your house. That man. In your flat. You wake up, you're watching Putin on the TV, right? You get up, you see a huge eye at your window. It's the beginning game with so many jump scares, and then you turn around and this man's standing in your house. And I'm so excited. And that's why I wanted to play them, because I've got so many sick Russian games, but I can't. They don't all work with that. So I need to get the. But yeah, I've played this one on stream. That's my favourite game of all time. Full stop. Not even just Russian. But there's 100 games on here. That's another one of my favourites. I love that one so much, and this one. That one was sick as well. But yeah, Night's Near's my absolute favourite. Yeah, you were there when I got it actually. It was on Christmas after we went to my sister's. But yeah, we'll go back to that one. So that pink guy turns up in your gaff. He says, not much that is intelligible. He knocks you out, and then he's like, "Come with me." And then you go with him to another world. I hope so. That's the goal, is to get this to computer tower, because a lot of these games don't even work without it, streaming or otherwise, and there's so many that I want to play because they're such big games. And there's so many that I'm like dying to play. So yeah, this one, and then that pink guy takes you to like summer 2007 in Russia, outside the flats, and you just got 100 Gopniks running at you full speed, and you just got to kill them. That's the game. And apparently there is, obviously whoever made it's abandoned it, because there's like like loads of levels, it said, but you can only play one of them, which I don't blame them. It's good in that like it runs good, like the actual game runs very well, better than most of them, but it's absolutely batshit for no reason. I'm gonna go off this in about 8 minutes, like 7 minutes, and it's been an hour. Yeah, so I've got so many Russian games that I'd love to play. Like this one, it let me start playing it once, and look at how good it looks. It's like the perfect game for me. That the atmosphere, all of it's just perfect. Like look, it let me on it, and then it won't let me on it again, for whatever reason. And that would be like the game for me. And I've watched like so much gameplay of it, and I want to play it so bad. Living Cell is actually a sick game, because there is like and that one I've played, that's a co-op one. Yeah, I would love to play Watch Dogs, and I'd have to figure out how to set that up because I have it on. It's so annoying because it let me play it once and now it just won't work again. And so I think when they updated it, it must have been too big for my computer. That is a co-op one. Wait, I like that because no matter what time of day or night you go on it, you get in the lift and there's a bunch of Russian voices just shouting. So I like that. It's also good to practice speaking Russian with people. I'd really appreciate that actually, because I would love to play Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is one of the games I've played the most, so I would just fly through it. But that would be really helpful, because if I can play on console, I've got like hundreds of games I could play until then. That would be really helpful actually. But yeah, send me the link as well. But yeah, that would be really helpful, because I've got hundreds of games that I could play on Xbox, etc., and PlayStation. So I was gonna say about so these just make sure I've added them all, because I've got a few more, because I get look at this. By the way, I added this because it looks completely insane, and once I can play it on stream, I'm I'm not playing it. This is another Russian one. Hold on, I'm gonna move that to the Russian one. I'm not even gonna play that until I can play it on stream, because what do you mean? I don't know who this is, but hello Cody. I like that. Sorry, that was so fucking loud. I can't even see. I can see it, the atmosphere of it. I do have a lot of games. I would love to be able to play them properly, but like I've got like, see that one, Pregnant at 16. No idea obviously what that is about, except the fact that it's Russian and about being pregnant at 16. I don't know how you can make a game out of that. But we're gonna figure that out at some point. But yeah, I get a lot of emails, because I have got a lot of Russian games in my, obviously as you've seen, but also in my list of games that I really want. That's why it got my attention, because it's like a Russian E4 documentary, but how do you play it as a game? So I added on my actual list, so these are just the games that I'm not sure where I put them. Habbo Hotel's on here now, by the way, Josh. Do you remember Habbo Hotel? They've put it on Steam. That's so crazy. I can't remember which one's this. I think this is, I can't remember if this one's Russian or Polish. So I added it to, I've just left it in there, and then once I've played it I can figure it out. But yeah, the Russian ones I've got loads of. Poland, I need to move this one actually to my Polish one. See, you can watch me organise my games, guys, until I can actually get them playing properly. So we got Poland. That one was a Polish game. I really like that one. I played it the other day. Cute Pumpkin Panic, which is wholesome. I need that, by the way. So it's my birthday. Yeah, there's a lot of Polish games that the Polish ones all play really well, which is good. As for the Polish ones, Crypto FM's free, and I love it. I recommend that to anyone that's got Steam because it's free and it shouldn't be free. Yeah, look, I literally said that. I was going to say February 1st, this game should not be free because the quality of it's insane, but the actual concept the atmosphere is just mad. But yeah, Martial Law is just like a cozy little pixelated Soviet game where you're walking through the snow in the 80s. Yeah, FPS, that's it. There's a few of them. But when I was trying to stream this one the other day, and this came up. They've just uploaded one in spring, and the spring one is incredible. It's just the demo. Val, wait. I think I do, but I've not played it if I do. No, I don't think so. Wait. I'll shut down my fans if they're in. I'm gonna have to post that. Let me look. I am looking because I know what you mean, but I don't think I have got it now. I'm still obsessed with those emotes. Because I've never seen them before, so I'm a big fan of that. I'm so excited to be able to do it all properly. Cause even like Left 4 Dead, because I don't know if you remember Josh when we were kids playing. I don't know if you were there. Were you there? Watching me and Pre play Left 4 Dead on the Xbox 360. So I can get them going at some point as well. And I've got all these horror games that I'm so obsessed with. Like, obsessed with watching. Murder House. If you'd want good horror games on Steam, Puppet Combo are my favourites. They have some of the best. And, let me get what they called. I can't remember what they're called in English, these guys. These guys, anyway, the ones that do, like, Martial Law's sick. With Martial Law, if you I can't remember, I think that one's like really cheap, so it's less than £1. Well, Martial Law, there's just the atmosphere of it's so good as well, like, just wandering around. There is just like a story, but I just love because you're just walking through Soviet Poland in the 80s on Christmas Eve. And the snow, the actual graphics are so nice. The artwork's really nice as well. Because of the translation, the story seems a bit like urgent. But yeah, it is. It's really nice. And then they released the spring one, which I played for the first time the other night because I was playing the original Martial Law. And then that one popped up saying we've just released a demo. And I think it was the day that I played it as well. It might not have been, but it was at least within sort of the weeks preceding that, and I was so upset that it was such a short demo because it was so fun and it has more of a story as well than the original one, but it also is carrying on, so it's the same characters. In the Russian ones, obviously I've said which ones my favourite ones are. I really want to play that one because look at that. Well, if you do follow, I appreciate you, and if you don't, I'm just glad that you were here. Thank you. Either way, I'm happy to have had chatters because that's been really nice. I had Josh and Jade obviously, and I appreciate you both all the time, but it's cool. Oh, thank you. That's me. See, I've not streamed for a little bit, so it's nice to be back on like the first attempt at getting back into it. So a nice comment, but also follow. Thank you, and thanks for interacting as well. I appreciate you sticking around. But yeah, this game. Because if you real one, Josh. Josh is always at every stream, that's why he's a mod, because he's like, makes every stream, yeah, WCoder, that's the one, WCoder, yeah, Josh makes every stream, and -5 seconds, any spam comments, gone. But yeah, this game, if you look at, like, even just the atmosphere of, especially if you listen to the music that's on in the background, compare it with the atmosphere of this, how sick this game looks. For me, like, my personal... We appreciate you, Cody. It's made my day. I know it just does. It's just great. Thank you. It's just perfect. I think it's a horror game, but it has the atmosphere of the post-Soviet games. Bendy and Ink. Hang on, I'll have a look at that in a sec. You've played it, yes, let me have a look. But yeah, this one, and I'll show you the last one, and then I'll go and have a look for that. And, was it that one? No, this one. Look at that. I'm going to go look 1 second. I can't find the pictures that I was looking at now, but you know what I mean, like, this post-Soviet atmosphere, it would have been perfect. Bendy and Ink Machine. I'm assuming it's on Steam. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks... No, I think I've seen gameplay of this, hang on. I'll add to my wish list, because I am... Anyone that was here before knows that I was asking if anyone... Oh my god, yeah, no, I need to get this one. That is so sick. It reminds me of something... The artwork is so... It reminds me of... I don't know what it reminds me of. It's like... Is it Coraline? It's got like a Coraline vibe to it. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this when I get paid, because that is incredible. The artwork is very... It gives me like a very specific... I do like getting the soundtrack, so I'll see if... I love that kind of animation, genuinely, because it gives me like... It gives the same atmosphere as like Coraline, which is one of my favourite films, because I'm so unique. But I'm talking about it actively because it's a new favourite. I didn't watch it till like last year, no, it's Halloween. I'm genuinely like... But there is something else, it's not even Coraline that I'm thinking of. It looks insane, because it really is stressing me out, because it reminds me of something, but the atmosphere is like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get that. And I think the music as well, because I've got it in, I don't know how loud it is on the stream, but it's still quite loud in my headphones, is matching the game perfectly for some reason. Actually, that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if anyone in here has read Master and Margarita. You probably not, because... Yeah, I'm no good at drawing. I wish I was, but this is just like... I do like that sort of... When they're like... What's the one that I've got that's... I have got one on here that's sort of like you said about the... I'm like that with writing and making music. They're the only two things I'm good at. I wish I was good at drawing, and I wish I was good at painting. Those are the two things that I'm always so jealous of. I'm trying to... That's... You know what I'm thinking of? The Walking Dead game. I like that sort of... This one. The drawing, comic booky graphics on games. And that's what that one that you sent reminds me of. So I'm going to get that as soon as I can, because it's sick. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how you would... Oh, you can you whisper them? I don't know how... I've never used the whisper thing before, but if you can, then yeah, send them. And if not, I'll put my Instagram in... I can't remember what my Instagram is. Oh, is it? Hang on. I'll just scroll down a bit, because you can't... There's not really any app... Yeah, no, I will. I'll make it smaller so you can see the drawings. Like, it's very cartoon-like. I'll put my Instagram. Oh, you got Discord? Yeah, add me on Discord. I'll show you. Hang on. Where's mine? Where's mine? Wait, where's my username? I can't remember what my username is. Joshua. Wait, streamer mode's on. Oh, there we go. Sid, there we go. There you go. You can add me. But oh, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, the atmosphere of it is... It has the same sort of artwork as the Walking Dead game, but also with that music on in the background, it seems perfect. I am shit at using Discord. I never remember how to do it, because I don't use it that often. Oh yeah, Josh, I think you're right, you know. I don't know how to fix that. There we go. Is that better? Wait, which one? Oh, I sent these. So I just... don't even know who these people are. I think it was off of... Yeah, oh, Sidor, Sidor. Hold on, I'll show you again. There you go. I think when I was actually remember... As I were well, what are those games called now? They are the developers for... the Russian worlds in VR chat. I'll have a look at these and then I am going to skedaddle. Hang on. I don't know. Hold on, how do you enable stream mode again? Hold on. I'll undo it in a minute, but... Hold on. Try not to expose every game overlay. How did... Josh, do you remember? Yeah, you got you. Hang on. I can't remember how to do it now. I should have been a bit more... I should have just wrote it in. I'm being a bit... I'm showing everything that I've... I'm showing all my details live on Scream. Hang on, let me... Hold on. I see, is that worked? Let me just check, 1 minute. I think that's worked on it. I'm such a genius. I did the bare minimum. Hang on. Yeah, I need to remember that for next time. Oh, I really like that Star Wars one. Hold on. I'm looking through Cody's art now. I'll show it in a sec. I'm going to go through everything. God, I like that one because it reminds me of... I know you can't see which one it is. It's Delta. I like the VR chat sort of atmosphere for it. These are really, really good. The banner ones. I've not looked at it. I don't know if you've sent more. I love this song. It's Kino. Was that all of them? I don't think I went through all of them. Oh, there's more here. Hang on. It's such a good song. Yeah, I really like these. I like the atmosphere of them because they give me the VR chat sort of the Russian. I know I keep going on about. I know that's like the whole genre of the stream. But I know you can't see them, by the way, guys. I'm just looking because it's. Oh, I like these a lot. The emotes. Oh my god, these are so good. I gotta show this one. I'm going. See if I can figure it out. It's not letting me do it. Hang on. That's so sick. Hold on, it's... Can you see it? Yeah, there we go. There's quite a few that I like, but that's the one that made me think like, oh, the cat one as well. There's the emotes and there's banners. Hold on. A decade, it's impressive. I wouldn't even know where to start. I've been on longer than I said I would, but I'm going to skedaddle now. Is that alright with everyone? Is that alright with everyone? Still feeling a bit... They are really cool. I will... Shut up, Josh. I'm going to go whenever I want. Nah, joking. I appreciate everyone that stuck around. Cody, Josh, Jade. I think you're all great, and I'm very grateful. Just come and see me, Josh. I'm literally 2 minutes away. Come see me if you miss me so much. Right. Thank you for sticking around. Had a new follower, new viewer, and new Discord friend who's good at art. So it's been a very successful stream. I'm very grateful for you all. Thank you, and W stream, W chat, W people. I will see you soon, Josh. Do свидания.